Be honest, are you tired of seeing your junior agents and young talent come in the door and less than 6 or 12 months later walk back out? Listen, you spend time, energy, effort attracting, training, and developing these teams only to create revolving door talent that never scales. Data shows that 70% of junior agents won't make it 12 months. And listen, that's a problem. It's not because of the market, it's not because of the generation, it's not because of the individuals, it's because of your platform and the way that you're structured. You're still using outdated systems and outdated team agreements. In this video, I'll walk you through the old structure that leads to burnout, frustration, and a culture where no one believes they can actually win. And if you keep watching this video, I'll introduce you to a new way of attracting talent, training and developing talent, and building a culture of partnerships that actually last and that are scalable. Watch the rest of this video and we'll get right into it. The old way, a broken system. Let's talk about the way that most firms still operate today. Junior agent, often young, full of ambition, comes into a firm excited to build a business. They have to go make contacts with owners, and that's usually done by cold call. So they're trained dialers, which is great. They're full of energy and full of ambition, but they're set up to fail for several reasons. Number one, there's often not a clear path to how that junior agent can be promoted and elevate to a senior producer. There's often hurdles that are tied to the number of deals, the number of transactions, most importantly, the number and the amount of commissions that that junior has to procure before they even have a chance at elevating to a different tier within that agreement. And trust me, I've been here, so I understand this model very well. It doesn't work. It often leads to an unclear path for promotion, an imbalance between effort, where the junior is actually generating the opportunities, only to then turn over that opportunity to a senior. These structures are still very outdated. So think about that. For every dollar that a junior procures, they immediately are giving 50% in exchange for mentorship. That doesn't sound right to me, especially if there's no value being provided by the mentor. This leads to a burned out junior agent who's put in work, created opportunities, does not see a path to actually breaking through an income ceiling, and they're often poached and recruited by a competitor, and they now are an in-market competitor to their former partner. Something has to change. Let's break this down. Most teams are still set up like feudal systems. The junior pays into this team into perpetuity. There's no clear path on when they will elevate into another tier. Brokerage firms still have very much an outdated fee structure. What value are they offering in exchange for a 50-50 commission split? Most firms lack formal and proper training. So in exchange for a 50% fee split, there's certain expectations that any reasonable business person would expect. There's often weak partnership agreements that are structured with no clear path for promotion. And there's oftentimes a clear barrier in between the team and disputes and some tier of management that naturally will always side with the senior mentor because of their tenure and because of the trailing revenue that that senior has procured and created on behalf of the firm. So even when there's conflict, there's often a very, very uneven way of determining who is in the right and how to resolve that conflict. Those are just some of the reasons that the outdated method will no longer work and is not sustainable to building a culture where teams and individuals can actually grow, scale, and generate significant income. Does that sound familiar? The Sales Enablement Flywheel. Let's talk about what new firms and those firms that are innovative are actually doing to change this model. The Sales Enablement Flywheel consists of 3 steps. Number 1, enable. Number 2, empower. And number 3, execute. Step 1 of enablement starts with true onboarding. And I'm not talking about paperwork. I'm talking about allowing someone to enter into a business with a proper structure, a proven format, and framework for success. Things such as doing some analysis before that agent launches their career, helping them understand what is likely to lead to success, and helping them create a high probability business plan that's not left to chance. Enabling and empowering that agent, they go hand in hand. But the front part of this process is truly having a system that sets them up for success, not sets them up for service and a long-term commitment to pay fees to a senior producer. Step 2, empower. Empowerment comes down to a few things, but helping that junior build a true business, help them create a deployment strategy. How do they enter into the market? Give them territory management techniques, true skill development, help them measure, assess, and track KPIs. Also, Give them real-time coaching, feedback. Are you present during that cold call? Are you role-playing and helping them understand the gaps, the opportunities in every single conversation? Are you willing to show up and empower them to lead those conversations, but be a resource and in real time coach and consult them through tough parts of a transaction? That's empowerment. If that's missing from your business and your business plan, you'll always have a retention issue. Step 3, execute. Execution comes down to making a plan and giving a path for progress for a junior agent. Is there a true partnership opportunity? Is there equity at the team level or at the partnership level? Or do they simply see this agreement as a long-term tax that has to be paid to a senior agent? Give them a path to partnership based on performance, not politics. That creates a culture and a belief system that they are actually partners and they have a pathway to success, not a pathway to service. The best part, this system is scalable. It only requires a few things up front and execution and consistent modification as needed. But this system and the new way is what progressive firms and innovative firms are doing to not only attract talent, but also poach talent from your old system. Part 3, the impact. Listen, this is why it works. When a junior producer or junior agent feels empowered, when they feel they have a clear path for progress and promotion, when they feel they're actually in partnership with their mentor, not just a junior who's servicing business and paying out fees based on their hard work and effort, that's where you have a true sustainable culture, a culture that can last the test of time, multiple market cycles, but most importantly, one that can stay in the market long enough to actually grow mind share and therefore market share. So the trade-off, yes, it requires some work up front to change the mindset of your producers. But the long-term benefit is you reduce the risk of retention and you grow a culture of long-term partners that are truly committed to building something over a period of time and therefore benefiting you as the platform because you grow your market share and your presence and therefore dominance in the marketplace. Part 4, the real risk. Listen, because here's the thing, if you don't build the system, someone else will. Your talent, they'll leave. It's not because they weren't good enough, it's because you didn't give them a compelling reason to stay. If you're ready to stop bleeding talent and grow a brokerage platform that not only is sustainable, but is scalable, I'll show you how. Click the link in the description to learn more about the Sales Enablement Flywheel. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next one.